So we get down now to the challenge. The U.S. is facing a skilled trades crisis. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. If this is all I read, and I don't read any of this, this challenge feels disconnected from the personal challenge of somebody visiting the website. This is something that happens a lot where organizations, and in particular, where nonprofit organizations will talk about a mission that's very big, but sometimes disconnected from the user that's visiting the site. So when we say the US is facing a skilled trades crisis, what about me and my family, right? Instead of talking about the entire country, the crisis might be that somebody doesn't have opportunity to adequate employment right now. For a partner, it might be that they have a workforce gap. So anyways, I think just clarifying this and making sure this header really speaks to what is actually happening, right? To me, it's almost redundant to the line above, because we say the challenge, and then the challenge is that there's a crisis, right? So if we take away kind of the adjectives here, the U.S. is facing, the challenge is that the U.S. is facing a crisis, right? It doesn't tell me much. So if we have the challenge up here, then I would just go ahead and put, some kind of descriptor here. Also, the picture feels a little bit out of place to me, because it's very different from the picture at the top where we're looking at trades working, right? This looks more like a corporate type picture to me. So it's not clear to me that this picture fits kind of with the mission or what's actually, happening. And I think you could really connect, right? Like having some pictures. So even here for youth, veterans, and women, I would have each of these sections be, like on the left side, you have, say, youth in the description, and on the right side, you have a picture of community outreach in a school. Then you flip it, and on the left side, you have a picture here, and it's a picture of veterans in uniform. And on the right side, you have text about that program. So really showing so that people can go, I know that uniform, right? Like I'm wearing that uniform right now. I'm sitting in a classroom like that, or a community center like that right now, that type of thing. While some of the statistics, for example, 2% representation, I mean, obviously it's very low representation, but putting that statistic there, if I'm a woman coming to the site looking to get involved in this trade, this doesn't necessarily connect to me, right? What this might do is almost discourage me, like only 2% representation, right? Instead, I kind of want to focus more on women are vastly underrepresented in multifamily maintenance, and we seek to change that by, right? What are you doing? What are you offering? So that's how I would approach these in terms of just pictures and how that gets communicated to people. So anyways, here, I think this last line feels disconnected, because if I read this text, so multifamily turnover often exceeds 90%. Okay, it's not clear to me how this organization solves this problem. They haven't talked about an issue of turnover. They've talked about a workforce gap, and they're talking about underrepresentation, but we haven't talked about turnover. So my question now becomes, how do any of the 4 things that you do prevent this statistic from being true, right? Properties lose millions annually due to unfilled positions and delays. So again, how do you help here, right? You just have to put the cookies on the bottom shelf for people, because they're skimming the site. So if they haven't read all of this text up here and they get to this point, how do you help with unfilled positions and delays? It's like you provide an untapped talent pool currently, right? Here we have the repeated statistic, the 2%. And then we say, meanwhile, underserved youth, veterans, and women remain locked out of stable, well-paying careers. So this, meanwhile, it's not clear to me what we're talking about, because beforehand we were talking about that issue, right? We were talking about the issue of women not having this career. And then we say, effectively the same thing. Meanwhile, women remain locked out of this career. So anyways, also at this point, my biggest question is, what does it mean that they're locked out? Right? So in other words, what prevents them from entering the skilled trades? And I think the answer to that is kind of down here, right? They lack the training, they lack the support, they lack the mentorship. But if I'm just reading this page as a potential partner, or I'm reading this page as a potential donor, I don't know what it means that they're locked out of this stable, well-paying career. And it's also not clear to me that it is a stable career when we're talking about the maintenance turnover exceeding 90%, right? And then finally, we say it provides the bridge. So how I would reframe this section is I would say the challenge here and leave it in orange. And then I would have two boxes. On the left side, I'd have a header that says the challenge for underserved youth, veterans, and women. And on the right side, I'd have a box that has a header, the challenge for multifamily property owners. And then I would connect with the problems each of them face. So on the left side, I would say, we understand that you don't have the support, the mentorship, the training that you need to enter this career. On the right side, I would say, we understand that you have unfilled positions and delays, and you're looking for new pools of talent. Then somewhere beneath them, have an arrow or dotted line between these two paths, right? Like put a dotted line from one box to the other box, and then say, we provide the bridge. Here's how. We provide the bridge through our apprenticeship program.